If you sit down to work and instinctively reach for your phone before an hour has passed, your mind is not fully your own. We live in an environment where modern technology trains the brain to crave constant, endless distraction. But this psychological vulnerability is not a new problem. Over 2.5 millennia ago, long before smartphones were engineered, ancient Buddhist monks identified this exact human flaw. This diagram of a brain cross-section illustrates what they called the monkey mind. Imagine your attention as a wild animal, constantly swinging from Instagram to YouTube to your text messages, never staying still. This constant movement drains your cognitive energy, leaving you completely exhausted with absolutely nothing achieved. You cannot fight this state, and you cannot simply lock it in a cage. But we can apply a 3-step framework to lock down your physical environment and initiate a 60-minute session of extreme concentration. Reclaiming your attention span is not about brute force. It is about using specific environmental constraints and mental protocols to domesticate the mind. Step 1 begins before you even try to focus. We have to look at your immediate physical workspace. A chaotic mind needs something concrete to hold on to. You must assign it a single, undeniable physical anchor. For the monks, that anchor was the rhythm of the breath. For you, it is the singular, complex task sitting on your desk. Take a look at this workspace diagram. Right now, you likely have 5 open tabs, 2 applications running, and a phone in your periphery. You need to close them. You give the mind one single banana, so it stops looking for other branches. Take a second to physically verify your space right now. Ensure there is only one specific application, one window, or one piece of paper open in front of you. By establishing this physical anchor, you strip the environment of choices, forcing your cognitive energy into a single, unavoidable channel of execution. With the physical workspace locked down, we have to prepare for inevitable internal resistance. When you sit down to work, you will eventually remember an email you need to send, or feel the urge to check a notification. When this happens, most people feel frustrated, judge themselves for losing focus, and ultimately abandon the task. To counter this, we use a technique derived directly from Buddhist practice, the labeling protocol. This diagram breaks down the mechanics. The exact moment an urge or a random notification pops into your head, you mentally assign it the word distraction. You just say the word. Do not judge yourself, and do not let frustration build up. Once you label the thought, you immediately drop it and redirect your attention back to your physical anchor. Internal interruptions are not moral failures. They are predictable mechanical errors, and you can neutralize them in real time with this sterile, consistent process. There is one final systemic threat to achieving this state of focus: the modern workplace culture of multitasking. Multitasking is a biological myth. The human brain is entirely incapable of processing 2 complex tasks at the exact same time. Look at this split-screen comparison. What you are actually doing is rapidly switching your attention back and forth between different inputs. This rapid switching carries a massive biological cost. It unnecessarily burns through your brain's glucose reserves, actively destroying your cognitive endurance. To prevent this, you must fiercely protect your environment from any secondary stimuli that could trigger that switching reflex. This requires a strict physical mandate. You cannot simply place your phone face down on your desk. It must be physically moved to another room. Achieving sustained concentration is biologically impossible unless your workspace is completely sanitized of these secondary triggers. Look at your setup right now. You're sitting at a sanitized desk with a singular physical anchor in a protected environment. You have the exact mental labeling protocol you need to drop distractions the second they flare up. You control your attention span. Your impulses do not control you. Lock in this psychological promise to yourself right now. Scroll down and leave a comment stating, "I am focused." Now comes the final step. Close this app immediately and begin your 60 minutes of hard work. The ultimate proof of your focus is leaving this tutorial behind and executing in the real world. Go do the work.